church to build another church. The people of the church he's visiting expect him to bring them greetings from the church he's coming from. I believe you also expect me to bring greetings from where I come from. Unfortunately, when I came here, most of the people did not know I would be coming this side, so they did not send you any greetings. Even the few that knew did not send you any greetings. So I don't want to stand here and lie and say they greeted you when they didn't at all. But nevertheless, there was this man who was with me. He's a friend of mine. We spent the time together. He is the only person who said I should greet you. Amen. This man said I should tell you that he loves you so much. And when I told him that I would be talking to you this side, he gave me some few things that personally as a gospel worker I don't like to talk about. But I'm going to share it anyway. This man said I should tell you that he knows that some of you are worried about how the present government is ruling the country. And some of you wished they could vote a new government. But he said I should tell you that in the home we're about to enter, there is no unfaithful government, for we all shall be part of the government. This man said I should tell you that he knows that some of you in different places where you come from, you feel that the government is slow in fulfilling its promises. But he said I should tell you that in the home we're about to enter, there is no more slowness in fulfilling the promises, because the promises are always kept. He said I should tell you that he knows that some of you, where you come from, you think the government is very slow in building the RDP houses. But he said I should tell you that in the home we're about to enter, there is no more need for RDP houses, for we all shall have mansions. This means that I should tell you that he knows that most of you are worried about the streets which are full of potholes all over. And you wish they can be repainted, refurbished. But he said I should tell you that in the home we're about to enter, streets are not painted in black and white as usual, but they're of gold and silver. This means that I should tell you that he knows that some of you are studying that you can get money so you can buy big houses or big cars for your families. But he said I should tell you that in the home we're about to enter, there is no more need for big houses or cottages, for we all shall have mansions. And he said I should tell you that there is no more need for BMWs and Mercedes-Benz, for we all shall have wings like angels, and we shall fly from one place to another. Then I said to him, hey, man, you know, these people that you are sending me to, they are just human beings. And the problem with us human beings, when we hear of something interesting, we wish it can happen there and then. So they will ask me, when will these things happen? Then he said, I should tell you that these things will happen soon. But I said to him, but man, how soon? He said, I should tell you that these things will happen very soon. But I said to him, but man, how soon is very soon? Then he said, I should tell you that all his things happen in the fullness of time. He said, I should tell you that when he created heavens and earth and rested on the seventh day, it was in the fullness of time. He said, I should tell you that when he was born by Mary, it was in the fullness of time. He said, I should tell you that when he died on the cross, it was in the fullness of time. And he said, I should tell you that when he arose that Sunday morning, it was in the fullness of time. And he said, I should tell you that when the fullness of time has come, he is going to come and take you home. He said, I should tell you that you need to wait for the fullness of time. Good morning, church.
Hi.
How are you? I was not yet preaching. I was just warming you up. These were actually words of preaching to the church this morning. Let's come together to the book of Mark. Mark chapter 10, we're going to take verse 46 to verse 52. Mark chapter 10. Whosoever thinks that he or she is a fast reader, if you are there, just read for us. Mark chapter 10, verse 46 to verse 52. It's a very long passage. If you believe you are a fast reader, please just read for us. If you are there, they will join on the way when those that are still opening.
And they came to Jericho. As he went out of Jericho with his disciples and a great number of people, blind Bartimaeus, the son of Timaeus, sat by the highway side begging. And when he heard that it was Jesus of Nazareth, he began to cry out and say, Jesus, thou son of David, have mercy on me. And they charged him that he should hold his peace, but he cried the more a great deal, Thou son of David, have mercy on me. And Jesus stood still and commanded him to be called. And they called the blind man, saying unto him, Be of good comfort, arise, he calleth thee. And he, casting away his garment, rose and came to Jesus. And Jesus answered and said unto him, What wilt thou I should do unto thee? The blind man said unto him, Lord, that I might receive my sight. And Jesus said unto him, Go thy way, thy faith had made thee whole. And immediately he received his sight and followed Jesus in the way.
Let's close our eyes and pray. Father in heaven, your word has been read. Help us to understand it, so that at the end of this day, when we look back, we will be able to see that we have met you in this place. Thank you, Lord, that you came. In Jesus' name I pray, amen.
Amen.
The title of my sermon this morning says, Do not allow your blindness to affect your hearing. Do not allow your blindness to affect your hearing. I'm one preacher who likes to be close to the people. When I'm there, I feel like God allow me to be close to you. All right. From the passage that we have just read from, there are a few lessons that I want us to pick up. And there are a few characters that are mentioned as the main characters in this passage, or as the role players. The first character that I want us to look at is Jesus Christ. And the second character is Bartimaeus, the blind man. And there is also the disciples of Jesus, and there is also a crowd. Jesus and Bartimaeus are the main characters in this passage. And the crowd and the disciples are also supporting role players in this passage. So I want us to learn some few lessons as we go through this passage. I think it's a most common passage. Most of us might have read it. But anyway, a sermon is to bring something extraordinary out of the ordinary. Now, we meet Jesus here going through Jericho. The Bible says when he was going through Jericho, then there was this man called Bartimaeus. Now, the first point that I want us to take note of is that Bartimaeus knew exactly what he needed or what he wanted. And what he wanted was to see. So the Bible shows here that because he knew what he wanted, he positioned himself in a place where he could receive what he wanted. He left his house, however way that he left his house, he made all the effort so that he can get to the place where he can meet what he wanted, because he wanted to see. You see, some of us have been Christians for many years, but if you ask them, why are you a Christian? They really don't know why they are Christians. Some of you, it's because you grew up in a family that was going to church on Saturday, then you are just following. Some of you are just here maybe because this is the best thing you can do. But Bartimaeus knew exactly what he wanted. Because he knew exactly what he wanted, he positioned himself in a place where he would receive what he wanted. Some of you, you are here, and what you are looking for is not even offered in the church. Hence, most of the times you get bored and you end up leaving the church because you are looking for something which is not actually offered in church. Some of you are confusing the blessings of God with the God of the blessings. You find that you keep on following because you want the blessings, and you think that when you receive the blessings, you have received God. That is why most of you, when they pass at school, when your parents give you or buy you a big car, then you think, I have God, I am blessed, because you're confusing God with the blessings of God. But Bartimaeus knew exactly what he wanted, and then he positioned himself in a place where he would receive what he wanted. People who do not know what they want exactly become a problem to those that know what they want. And they become a problem to themselves. That is why, even in church here, those that don't know what they want, they will always be reminded, keep quiet. Why are you not singing? Why are you standing there? Because they don't know what they want, and they keep on disturbing those that know what they want. So if you don't know what you want, you become a problem to other people, and you also become a problem to yourself. It's just like a married couple. If one of the partners doesn't know what he wants, he will have to be reminded each and every time. Have you ever been in a situation where a father is reminded, you need to love your wife, you need to buy your children food, you need to do this, because he doesn't know what he wants? I often ask people, when I'm doing counseling, by the way, most of my life I do counseling. So I always ask people, when they want to get married, especially for premarital counseling, why do you want to get married? Or when you get married, what's going to happen? Then they will tell you, no, we have planned our wedding, we're going to go to such a place, so and so is going to officiate our wedding, and then we'll go to honeymoon. Then after honeymoon, then life begins. So you see, they got married, but they don't know what they want. The only thing they knew that they want is the wedding and the honeymoon. Then that one will be well planned. But as for the marriage, they don't know. Then they will tell you life begins. And indeed, life begins. And they get frustrated because life runs itself. They are no longer involved. So I'm saying to you, when you don't know what you want, you will be a problem to those that know what they want. Then somebody who gets married and doesn't know what you want, they will have to be reminded. And those people who do not do what they are supposed to do, you know, those husbands, those fathers who don't do what they are supposed to do, they always introduce themselves when they get home. Have you ever heard them when there is an argument, they will always introduce themselves. Don't forget that I'm the father of this house. Who said you're not the father? Hey. They introduce themselves because they are not doing what they are supposed to do, because they don't know what they want in life. But Bartimaeus knew exactly what he wanted to see. So because of that, he positioned himself in a place where he will receive. Some of us, we are in church, but you have to be reminded every time that it's time to go to church. Some of us have to be reminded, friends, to keep quiet. Some of us have to be reminded to do some certain things that need to be done in church. Those things that actually are supposed to be done in church because you don't know what you want. Most of the times, we become frustrated because of the people who do not know what you want. Some of you, or let's say all of you are students here, you come from different places, you came here to study. But there are times when you have to be reminded to sit down for your books. There are times where you have to be reminded to go to your classes. There are some of you, old as you are, who will always miss their classes because they are busy with something that they did not come for. Because you don't know what you want. If you don't know what you want, you become a problem to those that know what you want. You are here for something, but you are found excelling on something that you did not come for because you don't know what you want. Am I talking to somebody?
You're talking.
Bartimaeus knew exactly what he wanted, and he placed himself in a position where he would receive what he wanted. When you don't know what you want, friends, as I've said, you become a problem to those that know what they want. When you know what you want, it becomes easy for you because you always keep on positioning yourself in a place where you will receive what you want. Do you know that there are some people who have come to church simply because they are bored, because there is nothing that they can do during the day? So let me rather be in church than listen to some music. There are some of you who are here because they want to meet friends. There are some of you who are here maybe because they bought you new clothes, you want to display them. You are in the right place for wrong reasons. There are some of you who have been told that in the church there are good girls who are very well-mannered or good boys, and then you are here to look for a life partner. And let me tell you, you might come here looking for a life partner because you have been told so. And somebody will also come to the same place looking for a life partner, and the two of you will meet. And when you go out, you will be convinced that I met the right place, right person, but you have just met yourself because you came for the same thing. You are looking for the right thing in the wrong places, or wrong things in the right places, because you don't know what you want. So friends, I'm saying to you, Bartimaeus knew exactly what he wanted. Because of that, he positioned himself in a place where he will receive what he wanted. What do you want from God? Have you ever sat down to ask what you want from God? You know, there are people who can be committed, so committed to church, but exactly what they want, they don't know. Like this boy, he was asked sometimes, he was a well-committed member of the church, he was asked sometimes when he was interviewed, what do you believe? You seem to be so committed, what do you believe? Then he says, I believe what my church believes. And then the interviewer continued to say, okay, what does your church believe? Then he continues to say, my church believes what I believe. And the interviewer continues to say, okay, what does you and your church believe? And then he says, me and my church, we believe the same thing. But he has been in church and so committed for the rest of his life, but he doesn't know what he wants. Friends, you become a problem to other people who know what they want. And you become a problem to yourself. Because you end up frustrating yourself because you don't know what you want. I want to say to you this morning, be like Bartimaeus. When you start something, do something that you know why you are doing. There are some people who are seated here. You are studying some courses that you didn't want to study. Maybe because it is the most available job these days. Or maybe because